Today I'll be reviewing Pokémon Journeys episode 57, Love is a Psyduck, and not much actually happened in this episode to move the plot forward. This was mostly just a slice of life episode similar to the ones we got in Sun and Moon, but this episode was mostly about Chloe and Chrysa, and a Psyduck meeting that she had in her past. So the episode starts with Kikuna / Chrysa, I'll probably switch in between their names in this review, talking to her mom on the phone, and her mom asks her how she's doing and if she's eating well, and if she has a special someone, but Chrysa just brushes all that off and leaves for work. Then we see Chloe and Eevee who are walking in the cold to the lab, and when they get there she finds out that her dad is going out to do some research, and that Ash and Goh are leaving to find Ice-type Pokemon for Goh. And I thought this would have been the perfect opportunity for Chloe to go along with them as Goh is going to catch Pokemon, but no, they kinda just leave without her. We also learned that she came to the lab because she wanted to hang out with Ash and Goh and see if she can have dinner with them, since her brother was going to see Nami, the girl with the Milotic, and her mom was going to do some work elsewhere. So since Ash and Goh are gone, Chloe instead decides that she wants to watch Chrysa do some work, and then we get a montage of her working and Sobble is just in the power bank for some reason. After working, Chrysa invites Chloe to her house, and Chloe is nervous since she has a messy hair problem. But Chrysa offers to help with that. After that we get a montage of them shopping, and then we finally get to Chrysa's house and Chloe is excited. But we instantly find out that her house is a mess, and Chloe notices that it's full of Psyduck merch. And Kikuna says something about it just relaxes her, and Chloe says that she should become a Psyduck trainer, but she says just looking at it is enough for her. Meanwhile, Ash and Goh have no luck finding Ice-type Pokemon, so they leave, and when they do that, some Lapras finally show up. Then back at Kikuna's house, Chloe picks up a photo that Eevee drops of Kikuna, a Psyduck, and some random guy, who she assumes is Kikuna's boyfriend, and she gets the urge to find out the truth. So as they're eating, Kikuna points out that Chloe is getting closer to Eevee, but Eevee says that she'd like to be closer and she's not sure how to go about it, and she says that Chloe should ask Ash and Goh. But Chloe doesn't want to do that since Ash is just going to give an Ash answer and Goh is going to act like a smart mouth. And I thought Chloe saying that was weird because if she wanted to get closer to Eevee, now would have been the perfect time since it just would have been the two of them home alone. So after that we see Ash and Goh getting ramen at Ichiraku, of course, and then they meet the Psyduck guy from the photo, and Psyduck uses its psychic powers to turn everything in the restaurant upside down, so the ramen guy ends up just buying them new ramen. So after that we see Chloe and Kikuna who are smelling the scented oils, which apparently come from extracted oils of Pokemon, which is interesting. After that, Chloe gets in her Psyduck pajamas from Kikuna, which I thought was funny, and as they're lying in bed, Chloe talks to Kikuna about how much she works hard and how she's beautiful, and how she's a big inspiration for her, and says that she wants to be just like her when she grows up, which I thought was pretty interesting because it implies that she wants to be a researcher too, but I guess she could also just be referring to how Kikuna is as a person. After that, Kikuna tells Chloe a bit about her past and how she was supposed to once give a research presentation but couldn't because she lost all the data and became depressed, and while she was depressed she met a Psyduck and its trainer who helped cheered her up, and that's why whenever she looks at that photo, it always cheers her up. Then Chloe asks where the dude from the photo is, and Kikuna says that she hasn't seen him since then and wonders how he's doing. So the next day, Chloe meets with Ash and Goh, and Ash and Goh talk about the Psyduck trainer, and Chloe decides to go looking for him, and they end up finding him in the park, and that's when she decides to bring him back to Kikuna. And that's when we get the grand reunion between the two, and everything just stops and the music plays, and Kikuna blushes and says, "I thought I'd never see you again," then runs towards him and gives a giant hug to Psyduck and says, "I've longed to see you again." And I found this moment absolutely hilarious just because of how they set it up, even though I knew it was coming, because there was no way they were going to do a proper build up followed by a long awaited romantic scene between two people in Pokemon. They just had to troll everybody. And Chloe is definitely the person who got the most trolled since she made it her mission at the end of the episode to make this ship sail. So afterwards they take a picture and that pretty much ends the episode. The ending of this episode was pretty funny, and them giving more screen time to Kikuna was unexpected, but it was still have a better understanding of who she is and what she's like. And that's always the main point of filler and slice of life episodes, to give more characterization to side and even main characters. We also learned that Koharu is interested in bonding with Eevee more, which is something that we can look forward to later on. Her saying that in this episode also makes it clear as to why she didn't catch Ponyta / Rapidash in the last episode. But with all that being said, I give this episode a solid 7 out of 10 since it didn't really do anything to move the plot forward, but was still an enjoyable episode. But let me know what you thought of this episode in the comment section below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching, and bye.